Yo, what's up? It's Swanch and VT, and let's try to job hunting in a big 26. Hopefully, it's gonna be entertaining, I guess. I don't know. We'll see.
A video.
Cause yeah, I honestly think job hunting is very cooked. So
Complaining about the current state of the job market.
wanna shape
I'm really original. No one's ever made a video on this topic before. I'm a real innovator here, but you know what? You click on every single video about it and eat it up. I'd know because I also click on every video on how bad the job market is and eat it up. You know why you're here, so let's start complaining. Full disclosure, I actually do have a job, but put a massive asterisk on job.
Like what job? Part-time job? You flip burgers?
Because I mean I'm a graduate with a part-time minimum wage job I don't like, which is
Like
increasingly common. Of course, there are people who aren't that fortunate. I would kill to have my job. I just want more of life than what I have right now, and it's funny to complain, so let's yell at clouds.
Number one, getting ghosted?
For talking about acting professional and being collaborative, boy, do these companies have, like, no sense of manners. The amount of times I've been ghosted, I've lost count. I bet you've lost count. We all know the, unfortunately, we're unable to proceed with your application at this time email, if you're lucky. But honestly, they're, like, all worded the exact same and probably written by a chatbot. We'll get to that. I'm not even talking about...
I mean, yeah, because so many people apply to the job, so if you also apply, like, they don't really have to care because, like, they know that you apply to, like, 100 to 200 jobs probably. Or, like, let's say in a month, probably like 30 or something, I don't know. Except they just know so many people apply and the job hunting is really cooked, so it's not really their fault to actually... They don't have to reply to
the jobs themselves, even recruitment agencies whose job it is to literally
and yeah, a lot of people are
find you
overeducated too.
a job. I remember one morning I sat down, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go lock in. So I sent in my CV to every single recruitment agency in my area. How many of those recruitment agencies got back to me? None. That's how you know it's bad.
Ooh.
By the way, if you've ever applied to jobs online, you know the part where you give them your email, and you put your number and all your info, you know, your address and all that, so they can, you know, get back to you about that job. Yeah, after that, after they've like ghosted you, the companies will 100% sell that information. If I were a bigger channel, this would be an extra.
To be fair, if I got a call like that, I would just ignore it too because I mean, I for fun applied to jobs, but I would never like recall back because I don't actually want to get a job. I just because I did get like I got like mails that, oh, you have been accepted, but I'll never like care to actually
Excellent segue
get a job, you know.
into a VPN ad, but you know,
Close it to.
keep dreaming big, you know what I'm saying? When I entered the adult world and had to start applying for jobs, the amount of spam calls I started getting was absolutely ridiculous. And I know they're spam calls and not companies reaching out because one, they never follow up or leave a message, and two, the caller code shows me it's a personal number and not a...
I don't know, I've got like companies calling me back like multiple times, like 2, 3, 5 times, but I just never called them.
Company number, if the code is even for my country. Sometimes even hide the number, like unknown number. I don't even know how they do that. Also, I don't know how true this part is, so take it with a grain of salt, but I once heard if you just reject the call right away, they know and still consider your number active, so they keep you on the system. So if I was using my phone, usually watching YouTube, I just need to let it ring and ring and ring. Also, some of these websites have an option so recruiters can see your CV, which sounds good on paper, but in practice, it isn't. I had to switch that option off for all the websites I'm on because no matter what your background is or how good, you know, you can have like the best resume ever, but you will exclusively get calls from people hiring for call centers. Oh, the girl who can't draw, can't talk to strangers on the phone. What are you going to tell me next? The sky is blue? Meanie.
Sheesh.
Oh, you gotta go in person or send it in a unique way. You know, if you walk in, most of them are just going to tell you, oh, do it through a website. Or just throw it away the second you walk out of there.
Really?
Now, it is worth a try to do it this way. It's worked for my dad in the past, but don't expect to just walk in and get the first job available and everyone's going to clap. You can get rejected this way. It's not a one-stop shop. Also, if you don't have a car, it can be tricky unless you live in like a big city or something. So I haven't tried the in-person method, but I have tried sending physical mail. And of course, none of them got back to me except for one, which brings me to...
From the team at Hacksmith Industries.
Interviews. I mean, she did say that she has one part-time job, so she did get accepted.
So I decided quite some time ago that I didn't want to pursue a career in my degree. I went through with it for the piece of paper because, oh, university, you know, you're guaranteed success. And you know, you can get work.
Depends what you do though.
something related, you know? But since my school days, my plan B, if my plan A didn't work out, was go into business because I found some parts of the subject actually interesting. So I started looking into an apprenticeship in
Cool.
accounting. I just didn't feel like accumulating more debt than I already had by going back to university, and I generally didn't enjoy it, so I really wanted
What? You had a debt already? What did you even learn?
to keep it as a last
What
resort.
did you
And
learn?
oh, my local college has an apprenticeship program. What's the catch? You still have to find the position yourself. Now, I did get sent some contacts which they've worked with previously, and I decided to stand out. I'm going to send physical mail. You already know the results. I mentioned it before. One got back to me and offered an interview. Oh my gosh, a real interview. Whoa, this is awesome. I kid you not, the day before
Okay.
my interview, or maybe even the same morning, I don't remember, I get an email like, oh, sorry, we're not looking anymore. Well, I guess, you know,
Oh, yikes.
tough luck, I guess. Maybe someone out there was so good, they decided to cut the process then and there and go with this person? No, actually, a few weeks later,
No?
another mail from the same company. Hey, I'm sorry about canceling on you last minute the last time. Another position opened up, but do you want to come in for an interview? Now, I still was a bit peeved about what happened, but at my current job,
Well, just say yes, bro.
I initially got rejected. Then the next day, my manager gave a follow-up about being super keen on me, and I got it anyway. So, you know, maybe it could just be a repeat of what happened to me last time, right? I'm a lifelong chronic overdresser, so of course I made sure I look absolutely fly for this interview. I arrived so early, I sit in the car for a few minutes. Of course, it was a casual wear office, but whatever. It's not the first time I've been overdressed for a function. So we go through the generic interview stuff like, what is your greatest strength and all that stuff. I'm a bit nervous, totally standard, but I'm not bringing up this story
Nervous?
because of the interview itself. You want to talk about ghosting? Literally, after the interview, when this guy is walking me to the exit, he asks me, so have you had any luck finding other positions? To this day,
Oh,
I'm way more offended from this line than the
say no, bro.
countless amount of times I've been ghosted, which of course he ghosted me after. This sounds like something you'd make happen to the comic relief character in a 90s sitcom to follow with a deafening laugh track, but this actually happened. At least humor me to the door, you know? I can rant about this for hours, but I won't. I'm just gonna move on, and I'm gonna hope you get the idea. Now, this is really specific to apprenticeships, but don't get me started on the tests that you have to do. Like, I get taking tests for these sorts of things,
Like what?
but they give you so little time. And the
Like
question
what?
is something like, if Timmy buys 5 apples and balances 7 bananas on his nose, how many kangaroos will it take to build a rocket? By the way, I don't want you to get me twisted as a falling under the stereotype of artist who's like really bad at math. I'm actually pretty good at math. If I wasn't, I would have tried to get into accounting. You think I'm passionate about spreadsheets or something? And again, this is if they reach back to you at all, which again, they usually don't.
Oof.
Another struggle if you decide, you know what, I want to change career, is that you're either not qualified at all for
Yeah, I mean, if you want to change career, just go back to the school, bro.
the entry-level positions because your background is just too unrelated, or this is even worse, if you're knees deep in your career or a graduate who regrets their decisions like me, if you try to take a step back to retrain, you get the overqualified response.
Yep.
Like, is this
Overqualified.
Goldilocks? I just can't win with these people. So of course I fail these silly little tests, keep getting ghosted, and then guess what? The college canceled the program. No more. I can't
Uh-oh.
even make this up. What level of bad luck is this? Did somebody hex me or something? Oh, you know what? I'll just keep looking into companies who are giving the program independently. Well, it turns out all the companies in my area did their program through my local college, so now they can't take on applicants anymore either. I had one company who was keen to interview me, but I got turned away for that reason. Anyway, after that, I never touched numbers again. The end. Except it's not the end.
Nepotism connections. What happened now? Did you get a...
You already know with a lot of jobs, big reason you get turned down is because the CEO's
Did your dad get a job too for you?
nephew got the job, or some current employee
I
recommended
mean, yeah, true. It's maybe like 70 to 80% about connections, but if it's not, then yeah, you just gotta be really fucking. You gotta be a prodigy to get a job.
friend, blah, blah, blah. It's especially like that in the arts. I didn't really make any friends in my university course. I had a couple in societies, but even then, they're all in the same boat as you. You've got to give it a year or two before your friends can get you some jobs. My course didn't have a placement year for some reason, and I didn't get noticed at all at my exhibition, despite my final being so different and standing out.
Oof.
But I did get one position somewhat related to what I did. Oh?
What happened?
Well, it was a 2-hour drive and it was all sewing. I hate sewing. And before you type it, yes, I shot myself in the foot. That was very stupid. And now you will look stupid if you point it out because I said it already. But I did not apply for this position. My dad's friend happened to know someone. I studied costume design. Yeah, it's not the
Sheesh.
usual suspects like animation or illustration for these types of channels, or the opposite extreme, or someone who posts the most stunning art studied law or something. Demand is high, but connections are everything. A lot of creative jobs don't tend to post on the usual websites. There are some specialist ones, which my university recommended, so they're not scammy, but I've had no luck on that end either. Yeah, connections are great until someone else reaps the benefits, or you shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, true. I've seen even in TikTok comments, people are like asking others to like, hey, do you wanna do this job for me or something like that. It's not even like some people don't even post it on like those job hunting websites. They just fucking ask people in TikTok comment section for like, hey, do you wanna have a job in coding? I can like teach you how to code and you just do this for me.
To the next point. Ghost jobs are a thing. I'm not going to linger on this too long because I've never encountered a ghost job for myself, so I have nothing to say about this. There's a lot of videos which do a better job at explaining this than I can. You know, maybe I've applied to some, but I can't tell the difference because the real ones never get back to me either anyway, and they both have really generic descriptions, probably written by a chatbot. Yes, we're
Oh.
going there.
What
So
is
here's your ice
ghost?
cold take of the day. I don't like how much AI is being shoved down my throat.
Why? We're going to the future. What do you mean? You know how much money did Elon Musk or Trump put on Elon Musk's Stargate program? Insane, bro.
I don't really care about companies being like, oh, don't use AI in your application because I don't use AI anyway, so it doesn't affect me. But what I do care about is how they use AI to write their job listings, or even worse, conduct the interviews. I've never encountered one of these before because, well, you've basically heard my entire interview history. It's just such a slimy double standard. When you do it, you're cheating, but when they do it, oh, we're innovative, we're
I mean, just do it then. What?
pioneering. What other company
If it's gonna help you, then do it. The fuck?
jargon?
You don't have to like. If you wanna basically have higher chance to getting a job, be decisive. Like, just lie, bro. Straight up lie and don't show any signs of lying. Just lie and be decisive. It is how it is,
I
bro.
use here something clanker,
If you wanna win, that's how you win.
something. So, what can we learn from this here rant? I don't really know. I just wanted to scream into the void, and can you blame me? But jokes aside, these sorts of videos always help me feel less alone, and I just wanted to have a laugh about how cooked we are. So hey, if you're feeling
How
seasick as
cooked you are.
you crouched in the corner of the ship as it sways in the storm, here I am with you. So, do you actually have a solution? Me? No, absolutely not. First of all, I will get this out the way. Absolutely not.
Think about why I use gameplay footage for the outro, the real life.
First of all, I will get this out the way. The irony of using Genshin Impact gameplay as outro footage of a video about not being able to find a job has absolutely not flown past me. I haven't played this boss since it came out for obvious reasons, but I needed the materials for Gordon Ramsay. I did eventually beat it.
Bro, what
but
is
I
she
thought this
yapping
failed one
about?
was funnier, so enjoy. Don't worry, I get it. My name's Rosami. Thought I'd throw my hat in the ring with YouTube. I know there's been an uptick in channels like this. I've been eating up.
Okay, I guess it's it, bro. I think Loki Nothing Burger, she said that she's basically she just said that she doesn't try enough, because if she tried enough she would have had like a better job, and her life decisions are also gonna shit because she's in debt, and yeah, that's about it, bro. Just do better. Fucking choose a better job, choose something that you can actually like, is actually gonna like, is wanted, like for example blue collar, like learn a trade, learn a skill. You're 100% gonna make way more money than spending your time trying to get a job that you're not even gonna get. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, drop a sub, drop a like, and see you guys on the next video. Also join my Discord because I don't know, I'm trying to grow a community, and yeah, thank you guys, bye.